All right, guys, welcome. Can everybody hear me in the back? Yeah. All right, perfect. Okay. Welcome to DARE graduation. Okay. Congratulations to everyone that is out here. You guys have passed DARE. Okay. You guys went through the 10-week program. Okay. You learned a lot. You guys did your DARE essays. Okay. And we have our 10 DARE essay winners throughout your guys' classes up here. And they're going to read their essays about what they learned, okay, and about their pledges. All right. Each one of them is holding an envelope that has some different things from around town. Okay, it has different businesses gave some certificates. It's got a little medal in there also for the DARE essay, so you guys can bring those home. We had sponsorship from Lakeside Travel Plaza, from Domino's. We have Pizza Ranch in there. We have Caribou in there. So a lot of good prizes. So I told you there was a prize that was going to happen. So we put some effort into it today. But congratulations to these guys. Okay, we're going to get started right away with the essays because I know that we don't have a ton of time before you guys get going to lunch. But I'd like to say congratulations. One thing that also to remember though is when we are done with today, that doesn't mean that we are done with DARE. Okay, we're always learning. We're always using the DARE decision-making model to make sound, smart decisions in everyday life. Okay. Using our confident communication also moving forward, our listening skills, okay? Also, one of the biggest things, you guys, okay, growing up, you're gonna have stress in your life. Okay, relieving that stress in a positive way is going to be a big thing for you also. Okay, so remember the things that we learn over the 10 weeks, okay, and put them going forward in the future, okay? So, do I have a volunteer who wants to go first out of you 10? No, Jason, all right.
Hi, my name is Jason. I'm a 5th grader at the Wellington Intermediate School. My teacher is Miss Van Metren, and my DARE officer is Officer Gabe. And my DARE say I'm going to be talking about smoking and vaping, drugs and alcohol, stress, and making good choices. First, smoking and vaping can be very addicting and have some bad consequences, such as bad breath, black lungs, heart disease, and how could I forget lung cancer. Not only that, but when you smoke cigarettes, you are smoking 200 known chemicals in that pack of cigarettes in your hands. There are over 2,000 known chemicals and 4 popular brands of popular vape brands, and you probably can't even name one. Also, one time when I was walking home from school, and these teens were vaping next to my house, so I used one of the techniques Officer Gabe told me, and it was to walk away. Now, drugs and alcohol are way bad, and I will tell you why. Over 88,000 people die from alcohol, and when you drink alcohol, it can result in poor judgment, memory loss, and slow reflexes. Alcohol can damage the brain, heart, liver, and many more. You'll be surprised to find out that when you mix alcohol with medicine, it can be fatal. Yes, the substance that heals your sickness can kill you. And one of the many reasons drugs are bad is because it's a substance other than food that interferes with the mind. And those are the reasons drugs and alcohol are bad. When it comes to being stressed, you might know that stress has emotions like mad, sad, awkward, or embarrassed. One way to get rid of stress is breathing in and breathing out 5 times, or counting to 5. A good portion of being stressed is acting differently, like someone who talks a lot becomes shy, or a nice person becomes a mean person. But all of this is natural, and everyone has felt stress before. As a result, stress can change a lot of emotions. I honestly think that making good choices is the #1 option when you are in a bad situation. Making good choices are positive, like eating healthy, doing homework, and getting 9 to 10 hours of sleep. And bad choices are the opposite of good choices, like not getting 10 hours of sleep, not doing the right things when you know it's not right, and not doing homework. Some more good things are studying before tests or helping others when they need help. To sum it all up, making good choices is the best options. Thank you, parents, teachers, and their officers for teaching me good choices. I promise to never do drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes, and also to make good choices.
Hi, my name is Johnny Serta. I'm a fifth grader at IS. My teacher is Miss Campbell. My DARE officer is Officer Dan. In my DARE essay, I am going to talk about bowling, drugs, smoking, and stress. Smoking. In DARE, I learned about smoking. Smoking can lead to death. According to the DARE handbook, smoking causes heart disease. Smoking can also be very addictive. It can also cause lung cancer, and as you can see, smoking is very bad, very dangerous. Bowling. There are 4 different types of bowling. There is physical bowling, cyber bowling, social bowling, and verbal bowling. And if you bully, you can make kids kill themselves, you can harm people, and lastly, bowling is not nice. Drugs. Drugs are really bad for you. Drugs are really bad for your body, and drugs are bad for your brain. They can make you go crazy. You can go to jail for taking them. Stress. If you get stressed too much, you might hit someone or harm someone else. And if you hit someone, you could get in trouble. And if your parents find out you were hitting people, they could get mad at you. And if you stress too much, you could go to a therapy. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for teaching me not to do drugs, and thank you, Officer Dan, for taking time out of your day for teaching me DARE.
Hi, my name is Hannah. I'm a fifth grader at the Worthington Intermediate School. My teacher is Ms. Morales. My DARE officer is Officer Dan. In my essay, I will be talking about bullying, drugs and alcohol, smoking and vaping, and making good choices. There are so many different types of bullying we can talk about. Let's start with physical bullying. Physical bullying includes pushing, kicking, poking, pinching, and more ways to get hurt physically. Another way physical bullying can happen is when others get threatened to get hurt in some way. Verbal bullying is calling someone names or teasing someone's hurt their feelings. The last one is cyberbullying. This one happens the most in my opinion. I say this because I see it a lot around me when I play games on the internet. Cyberbullying is being bullied on the internet and mostly games. Those are the different types of bullying. Drugs and alcohol are very bad and can get addicting, where at the point that person feels like they need it all the time. And drugs are bad and illegal, but all of them are. And you can get drugs and alcohol are very bad and can get addicting. You have to point that person feels like they need it all the time. Drugs are bad and illegal, but all of them are. You can have you can't have them with you, and if you take them, you see what's going to happen. Impaired vigilance means the other person can't see and it's right for them. That's because they are taking drugs or other substances. This happens because the person is taking drugs and the stuff inside the drugs are the things that can cause improvisation to happen. Sudden speech also happens because when the person is taking, because the person is drunk. The difference is instead of eye problems, what happens when they so it's like their baby. Drugs and alcohol impair vigilance, slurred speech, and things that can happen when taking drugs and alcohol. Smoking and vaping can cause black lungs, yellow teeth, bad breath, difficulty breathing, and lung cancer. Things that affect your body the most when smoking is black lungs because of the tobacco that is in it and what makes you addicting is the nicotine in cigarettes. Younger people vape probably knowing or not that it's bad for them. Adults smoke the most, and when time passes by with smoking, it can cause difficulty breathing. Most of the time, mostly smoking can lead to bad things, but they can too. Lung cancer is mostly caused by the smoke that goes into your body when smoking, and it damages your lungs. This can lead to lung cancer. Those are the things that happen when smoking and vaping. The next time you see friends or family smoking or vaping, try to convince them to stop. Making good ways are a good way to preserve. Doing your homework at school is a really good thing to do because when you're done, you don't have to worry about extra work at school. And you have more free time once you're done. At least getting 9 to 10 hours of sleep. This helps with school so you can be ready for the day and not be tired. It also helps because when you have enough sleep, you have more energy for things that are going to happen in school. Eating healthy can help a lot and it's good for you. When you eat healthy, I'm more energetic and you feel like you're doing more things at work. I know that eating healthy does help, but I really feel like just eating something can help in school so you don't feel hungry. Getting ready for school can be hard, so get a good amount of sleep. Try to exercise by going on YouTube and looking for 5-minute videos to help you get energy in the morning if you have time to. Making good choices are really not that hard, and making them a routine can make it easier. So try doing them and see if it makes a difference. Now that I've told you what I know about bullying, drugs, and alcohol, smoking, vaping, and making the choices, I want to thank my mom and dad, Miss Morales, and Officer Dan for teaching me to make the right choices and helping me understand it. I pledge to always make good choices and follow the day rules.
You guys just keep giving peer pressure.
Hi, my name is Iduna, I'm 11 years old. My teacher is Mrs. Dawkins and my day officer is Officer Gabe. Some things I'm going to talk about are responsible choices, resistance strategies, and evaluating decisions. To begin with, I'm going to talk about making safe and responsible choices, like playing with the people to making safe choices. You're making safe and responsible choices, resisting alcohol, cigarettes, and other dangerous items. Also, making responsible choices is like making good choices for yourself and others. Being kind, being responsible for what you're doing and the choices you're making. Because you're the one making decisions for yourself, sometimes choices can hurt you if you don't take good choices. Like, say a person comes up to you and asks if you want to smoke, say no and walk away. Because if you say yes, you're going to get in trouble for making that bad decision for yourself. Next, I'm going to talk about resistance strategies. First, I'm going to tell you how to resist back and talk back and get out of the situation that you're in. Number 1, if you know of the places that often use drugs, stay away from those places. Number 2, hang around with non-users, especially where drug use is expected. Number 3, walking away. Let's say someone says I found a cigarette in my mom's purse, want to smoke? Say no and walk away. Number 4, changing the subject. For example, let's say again someone says, I have a cigarette, want one? Say no, walk away, and let's play ball instead, or go tell a police officer. These are very important in life, especially if you're in this situation when this happens to you. To end with, I'm going to talk about evaluating decisions. Like if you're stressed, don't try to hurt yourself, try and persevere. Don't give up. That's why there are a lot of sports to help us not give up. And if you're stressed a lot, don't try to go and smoke or drink because that's going to get you even more stressed and have bad issues. Instead, go tell a teacher, school counselor, or principal. They can help you get out of the situation that you're in. Also, while talking to an adult about your situation, tell them who is being bullied, who is bullying, what form of bullying, when did the bullying happen, where did it happen, and why did it happen. Thank you for all of your time and being with us. I pledge to use what you taught us all about situation and resist bad items like alcohol and cigarettes.
Hi, my dear friends. My name is Manur Steve, and I'm in Mrs. Flynn's 5th grade class. My dear officer is Dan Briette. I really enjoyed DARE this year, so I'm going to talk about 3 things I learned in DARE this year. The 3 things I'm going to talk about are smoking, the 5 W's of reporting bullying, and signs of stress. The first thing I'm going to talk about is smoking. My opinion about smoking before I talk more about it, I think smoking is bad because it can damage your lungs and I want to be in shape. Let's go on about smoking. There are more than 200 known harmful chemicals in a cigarette. Cigarettes contain nicotine, a substance that causes addiction. Smoking can yellow your teeth or cause dry skin and wrinkles. I hope you decide not to smoke after this. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the 5 W's of reporting bullying. Here they are: who, what, when, where, and why. The who means who got hurt feelings or got hit and more. The what means or tells us what they did. Examples, maybe you pushed or hit and also kicked. The when means when did it happen, maybe school recess. Where means where did it happen, maybe at a park or at sports. Last W is why. The why means why did the person do it, maybe you did it first or maybe even on purpose. I hope this helped just in case a point comes like this. The last and final thing I'm going to talk about are signs of stress. I bet sometimes you're stressed and that's why I want to tell you about it. Some signs of stress are when your body feels stressed, maybe you have frustration or maybe embarrassed, nervous, shy, maybe even weirded out. Here are some possible actions that might show are maybe your face gets red or sweaty palms, sometimes you even cry. If you ever want to relieve your stress feeling, you might listen to music or play with a fidget. Stress comes quickly when you think about stuff for a long time. Finally, I would like to thank my DARE officer for coming in to talk with us about important things. My favorite parts were the videos and getting to work with partners. I pledge to never do drugs or smoke. Thanks so much for listening.
Hi, my name is Savannah. I'm in Miss Riley's class. My DARE officer is Officer Dan. The 3 things I'm going to talk about are stress, bullying, and emergency situations. Stress. Stress is not bad. You might feel embarrassed, scared, or worried, but there are ways to relieve stress. There is stress in a good way and in a bad way. You might be excited and scared about school, sports, or anything, even tournament championships and competitions. It happens to us everyone. Bullying. Bullying is not nice or good to do. When some people get bullied, it makes them feel bad about themselves or even frustrated. The person getting bullied probably wants them to stop, but they can't just say stop and it won't bother them ever again. You have to treat them how you want to be treated. They might end up being nice to you. Risky situations. There are risky situations: riding in a car, riding on a bus, playing sports. That's why you have a seatbelt in the car, and that's why there are knee pads for volleyball, basketball, and helmets for softball and baseball. Today I talked about stress, bullying, and risky situations because I can relate to them. Thanks, Officer Dan, for being a good DARE officer, and thanks for listening to my lesson.
Intermediate School. My teacher's name is Miss Olive. My DARE officer is Officer Gabe. In my essay, I will be talking about bullying, drugs, alcohol, smoking, vaping, and making good choices. Bullying is something that happens all around the world every day. Verbal abuse is something that is seen at school every day. Students call each other's names, some mock others the way they talk, and even use threatening words. Physical bullying is also a huge issue. Kids get bruises and scars from hits. Kids get hurt by one or more people. Cyberbullying is common in teens. People say mean things to others on the internet. They comment mean stuff and even make fake accounts to make fun of the victim. Why you should not bully? People will feel low about themselves. People who get bullied might harm themselves. Bullying can lead to depression and other mental health problems. You should not bully and start to worry and focus about yourself. Taking drugs and drinking alcohol is never good for your health. Drugs have harmful chemical substances in them that can ruin your body. Drugs can affect your brain through war circuits. You can get addicted to drinking alcohol and taking drugs too fast. Having a healthy system is good, so this is why you shouldn't get addicted or try to take them. Smoking and vaping can also get addicted for teens and adults. Cigarettes have tobacco inside of them that's wrapped around with paper. Vaping is similar, but it's an electronic device. There are different types of flavors in vapes, so that's why it can get addictive for teens. All of this can mess with your lungs and collapse. It can also cause lack lungs, yellow teeth, and even difficult breathing. It's suggested you don't smoke or vape to stay healthy. Making good choices will lead you to the right path and not take any harmful substances. How do I make good choices? Well, you can start by eating healthy and have a good diet. Planning to go exercise is also a good decision to make. Motivate yourself to start and not give up. Sleeping for a good 9 to 10 hours is good for your brain and body. Doing your homework to get good grades and turning it in on time is also suggested. Make or choose something that will lead you to happiness. I hope we can all make good decisions. This is all I wanted to talk about today, and I hope you all learned something from it and will make good actions. Thank you, parents and teachers and their officers for teaching me about dare and to not start using drugs or drinking alcohol. I pledge to not make bad choices but make good ones.
Hi, my name is Anna and I'm a fifth grade in Worthington, Minnesota. I'm in Mr. Olson's class, and my dare officer was Officer Gabe. The topics we're going to talk about are bullying, stress, drugs, and alcohol, and citizenship. Citizenship is when people do better things in the community or town or city. Some ways that you can show citizenship is picking up trash or helping elderly people. Another way you can show citizenship is by helping others on tasks and helping the community. You can also help the environment trying to do less stuff bullying. Bullying is a mean act, not what the bad person is being bullied. Bullying, for example, telling them rude things about them or picking on them. One way to stop bullying is being a bystander. A bystander is someone that stands up for the person that's getting bullied. Another way to stop the bullying is anonymously. Someone knows that you report the bullying. Stress is a big factor. You can feel strain, pressure, and excitement all at once. Sometimes the stress will get in mouth, one can scream, keep it quiet and smile. Some ways to relieve stress are listening to music, reading a book, exercising, and taking deep breaths. You can also go outside or do your favorite activity that makes you happy. Drugs and alcohol. Drugs and alcohol are very bad for your body. Did you know that there are more than 88,000 alcohol-related deaths each year in the U.S. alone? Drugs and alcohol can slow down your heart, cause memory loss, brain damage, and slow your reflexes and make you lose your self-control. It can even lead you to a painful and unhealthy death. Thanks to Officer Gabe and Mr. Joseph for helping me with this and I want to make a good choice in order to life. Also special thanks to Dare for teaching millions of students. I'll do that, but I always
Hi, my name is Ohana. I'm a fifth grader at the Worthington Intermediate School. My teacher is Miss Madison, my dare officer is Officer Gabe, and my dare say I'm going to talk about bullying, drugs, and alcohol, smoking, and vaping, and making good choices. Getting bullied is the worst feeling. It could be verbal bullying, cyberbullying, or physical bullying. All of these can happen to anyone. They are all causes of depression, stress, anxiety, and acting out violently. Anyone could also help by standing up for them. It can happen to anyone in social media too. When someone gets bullied, you should always help them by telling a trusted adult about who, what, where, when, where, and why. Never forget to use the 5 W's to report bullying when telling a trusted adult. Drugs and alcohol are both very bad, especially teenagers, because of the effect that alcohol gives you. Over the USA, many teenagers and adults die because of too much alcohol that the damage slows down the body. Alcohol can end up life in many ways, like memory loss, alcohol going through your bloodstream, and the deadliest one would be mixing alcohol with medicine. Illegal drugs can get serious by people getting affected by their behaviors and how they act. There are many ways that alcohol can give you issues in your life. Your vision would be impaired and slurred speech that you will not have the same senses. Smoking and vaping and porn are addicting to anyone. It's very easy for people to be addicted to it. If you smoke a cigarette and do not know what it contains over 200 chemicals that are harmful for your body. Vaping could be a problem for difficulty breathing or lung cancer. People can also be affected by secondhand smoke, which means the person who is smoking and is surrounded by people who smell the chemicals get sick. Having anything like black lungs could be dangerous. Even smoking can cause you bad
bad breath, and yellow teeth. Kids can get awfully sick with secondhand smoke, like infections in the ear, attacks, and health problems. Making good choices means not choosing wrong choices. Kids need to get 9 to 10 hours of sleep every day, so that when they go to school, they have a full day to learn. We can all eat healthy by not eating junk food and not drinking something else instead of water. We all need to be respectful to all of our teachers, having good manners to make their days. Doing our homework is a big responsibility to do every day. If you don't finish it, it brings our grades up sooner when we work harder. Exercising. Exercising could be hard or boring, but knowing that it is healthy, it helps us become faster and easier when we get used to it. We can all exercise by doing jumping jacks, sit-ups instead of sitting on the couch and not getting any energy. We all need to be responsible by behaving well and showing respect to everyone around and paying attention to your teacher when she is talking. Having good behaviors is a good choice. Dare means define, assess, respond, evaluate. I can use safe choices and responsible choices by using who, what, when, where, and why. Thank you, parents and teachers and DARE officers for teaching me DARE, decision-making model. I pledge or promise to make good choices and be safe.
All right, you guys are doing a great job. One more.
My teacher is Miss School and my DARE officer is Dr. Sudan. I will talk about signs of stress, making safe and responsible choices, and evaluating your decisions. First, I will talk about making safe and responsible choices. Making safe and responsible choices is very important. It is very important because if you don't make a good choice, things can happen. Sometimes you need to think about your decisions. I truly believe that you need to be careful with your decisions because you keep people's feelings. You should make safe and responsible choices. Secondly, I will talk about signs of stress. Signs of stress means there are many different ways to show your stress. One side of being stressed is when you feel uncomfortable. Sometimes nothing makes you feel better, and everything seems bad. I learned that if I'm stressed, there are ways to feel better. I can talk to somebody, cancel time, or other things that help me feel better. I believe that you can show different ways to show that we're stressed. Lastly, I will talk about evaluating your decisions. Evaluating your decision means you need to be sure that your decision. If you want to make means that you need to be sure about your decision. If you want to make a decision, I suggest you stop and think about your decision. When you make a decision, sometimes you need to think about it, and you need to be sure about your choice. I think evaluating your decision is very important. Thank you, Officer Dan, for teaching me about making safe and responsible choices, signs of stress, and evaluating your decision. After I learned this, I pledged to take care of my life.
So that was all of our DARE essay winners, okay? Again, I'd like to thank every single one of you guys for writing an essay, presenting it in your classes, okay? Remember what you wrote, okay? Remember what you pledged that you were gonna do, okay? Throughout the future. In your classes, I handed out booklets to each one of your teachers, okay? Those booklets are about drug-free, okay, education. Those booklets are sponsored by different places around town to create them. It has a lot of good information in there. I would sit down with your parents and go through it with them, okay? There is an online activities that you can do. You just have to do the little QR code that's on there. So you guys are going to be dismissed back to your rooms, and I will come around with a little treat for you guys before lunchtime, okay? Congratulations, guys.